Today is March 26, 2022, and today we are going to try a little fusion experiment with Ficus Benjamina. Taking some cuttings here, I'm going to see if we can fuse them together to get a little bit thicker of a tree as we start out their bonsai journeys. This one here, this has been rooting in just water. It's got some pretty decent roots on it. I just recently wrapped that around there just to kind of keep them together and keep from getting tangled up as I'm taking it in and out of the plant room area. But my goal is to put it together something like this. It's already kind of gets a nice root plane. If it's sitting just like that, I can get more roots to grow, of course. But the problem with it being like this is that it keeps all the branches coming out right at the same spots, which isn't exactly what I'm going for. And I thought maybe, depending on how these little cuttings look, maybe I'd add one of them to it to see if I can give it a third one, just to give it a little something extra. All right, we'll break this one open, see what's in there, and then we'll come back and see what we got. All right, we got all three trunks tied in together with this zip tie. It's got this rubberish coating thing on it, good enough to let them swell up and then hopefully not cause too much damage or too many marks in the trunk down there before it starts to fuse. So don't mess with it. Got the roots all trimmed up here. Hopefully we get some more roots growing over in this direction. Otherwise it'd be pretty bare there. Otherwise the rest of it's pretty good in radio. This one's a little bit higher than the rest. Hoping everything else catches up there. All right, let's get this thing potted up. All right, we are back and she is all potted up. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit, get a little bit of review at this here. Got all three trunks in there. They were waiting for them to swell up a bit at the base. I know we got some gaps up here at the top, and those will all fill in eventually. Just not worried about them just yet. All right, let's get this thing under the lights and let it settle in. Let it settle into its new home. May 1st, 2022. My fusion ficus. This tree actually lost all of its old leaves and has new buds coming out. The other ones have new growth coming out. Everyone looking healthy and happy. It is August 13th, 2022. We are back with my Fusion Ficus Variegated Benjamina. Too many damn words there. It's not looking the healthiest, but I had it under the lights and one of the trees lost all its leaves underneath the lights and then came back with new growth. And then I moved it back in front of the window where it's getting natural sunlight, and it lost those leaves and is now growing new leaves again. You can see a whole bunch of new leaves coming in all over the place, where it's lost old leaves, and now we got new buds coming in here. So hopefully that's all healthy stuff. That's supposed to happen. I probably should have put it in that window much earlier in the summer because I don't know how much more daylight I'm going to have. Have to go back under lights and switch out leaves again, so I may have just weakened this entire thing. Looking pretty good down there at the base. It's not fused yet, but looking good. All right, back when we got more to show you. October 31st, 2022. Brought my Fusion Ficus Variegated to the office where it gets better daylight and stays warmer. I don't have to worry about transitioning with those leaves again. It's not looking too bad. Pretty healthy. Got some new growth still coming in. Not much for Fusion right here. Still got a big gap. I wouldn't mind getting something to try to close that up. I don't know how to do that without getting big scars on the trunk, so we'll figure something out. Oop, that's a little close. All right, I'll be back when I got more to show you. November 9th, 2022. And with my fusion process here, I really want to try to take care of this big old gap right here and make sure this trunk is being pushed into there as well. I want to do it without leaving any big wire scars or anything, so I'm going to use some plumber's tape here. See if I can't tape it together with this and see if that'll hold. It's an experiment. Mike Toy over there at Bonsai Boise, I think he was using plumber's tape, and I'm going to see if it works for me too. All right, here we go. All right, looks like that worked out pretty well. Got that gap pretty much taken care of there. As these things start to grow, hopefully they'll start to fuse a little better. And it puts that little one right there in the middle. Still got the trunk growing up here. Probably should get a little more vertical so that it can actually grow into this, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Let it do its thing. All right, we'll be back when we got some more to show you. December 21st, 2022. Happy solstice. Back with my Fusion Ficus. I brought this thing home from the office. I just got myself a grow tent at the beginning of December, so I brought this thing home, get it under the lights. I expected a lot more leaf drop than I got, but a lot of new leaves coming in, new growth coming in. So you probably couldn't see that. The trunks itself do not have any fusion just yet. You can kind of see them here. Still got some gaps, some daylight you can see in between them. I don't know about the base down there. I can't really look at that, but hopefully with all this new growth, this thing's going to be fattening up, and those trunks will start growing together pretty quickly. I'm being impatient. I know it's going to take a couple of years, but all right, be back when I got more to show you. January 24th, 2023. My Fusion Ficus is looking pretty good. Lots of new growth coming in everywhere, and the growth is staying pretty small too, which I'm kind of digging. Everything's looking good on that Fusion side of it down there. Just give you a quick spin. All right, back when I got more to show you. February 20th, 2023. Sure is digging the plant room, or the grow tent. All right, back when I got more to show you. March 19th, 2023. All three trunks are looking pretty darn healthy. In fact, I think they're actually starting to swell up just a little bit. See them getting tight with the tape and the wire down there. I think I'm going to take this opportunity, since this is in a growing state right now, to give it just a bit of a trim. Get some of these branches back in check. All right, let's got that growth kind of trimmed a little more compact now. Hopefully encourage some more back budding, and I'll just be able to keep it in my little grow tent a little more compactly. Alright, back when I got more to show you. Hello there. It is April 21st, 2023. My variegated Ficus Benjamina fusion project. It has been about a year since I started this thing, and the bonsai practitioner in me says let it grow, leave it well enough alone, and let it keep thickening up and let that fusion process continue to take place. But then there's the bonsai student in me that says, let's tear this thing open and see what's transpired over the last year. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this bonsai tape off of here and go ahead and see what that root ball looks like down there right now. I already had filmed a different outro for this video, and I wasn't very happy with it because I didn't actually take a look at any of this stuff. So it's gonna be a little wet down here because I already watered it, but that's okay. We'll still have fun. All right, hold on a second. All right, as you can see, we got some really nice roots going here. Nothing real thick that I can feel in here with my fingers. Mostly just nice thin roots, so I'm digging that. I can't quite see how these trunks have fused just yet, so I'm going to go ahead and give these roots a wash, and then we'll see what more we can see. All right, there they are, nice and cleaned up. Probably get a few more of these rocks out of here. Let's take a look at how this fusion project's looking out here. Oh, yikes. Definitely put a dent in the bark. It's swollen up big time there. All right. As you can see here, that we definitely have fusion down here at the base. A little bit of a gap there still, but I'm betting the inside's pretty fused up. Definitely got fusion happening over here on this side. Let's see what it looks like up here on top. All right. You can see we definitely do not have fusion happening just yet. I can feel all the trunks relaxing in my hand as soon as I was taking that tape off. So yeah, definitely should have just left it well enough alone. We're gonna go ahead and get it wrapped back up nice and tight again, and get some work done on these roots down here. And then we're gonna see if we can get it into a pot. Little dog dish here. A little more shallow and a little wider, so maybe get those roots to kind of widen out a little bit. All right, here we go. And there we have her, all potted back up. The bands weren't quite as neat. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too tired. It is pretty early in the morning, but I did get that one banded up on top here a little bit better. Oop, you can't see that, can you? I like the way I banded this one up on top a little bit better. I got that branch kind of more into that wedge, or into that little groove there a little bit, so I'm liking that one. And the bottom one, it relaxed a little bit, so I need to let that thicken up, and I probably shouldn't be playing with this one again next year. Alright, got it at a little better angle. I kind of like this a little bit different, a little bit better. This branch was more upright last time, and now it's kind of, I got it off to the side. Hoping maybe I'll get some more growth out of this to take over the leader, or maybe some back button or something. I don't know. We'll see what it does. Alright, folks. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to follow along. Comments, questions, concerns, violent criticisms, please leave them in the section below. And be back when we got more to show you.